It's the final word. A new day, a new intonation on the intro. We've got Pakistan versus India. We've got a very special show today because it's going to be a two-parter if you're on YouTube. Well, actually, if you're on YouTube, it's going to be a one-parter. If you're listening in your ears, we're going to be doing the India-Pakistan review now, and then we're going to come back later for West Indies versus Scotland. But you don't need to worry about that. This is brought to you by Ambassador Cruise Line, and to sum up, India versus Pakistan in 30 seconds is Daniel Norcross.
The most baffling game of cricket I've seen in a long time, where India came into this match knowing that they needed to make a massive boost to their net run rate, having been blown away by 58 runs against New Zealand. That was what this was all about. Could they restrict Pakistan to a small total and hunt it down? They did the first part magnificently. What did they do next? They ran a few singles. 3 fours from Shefali Verma, 1 4 from Harmanpreet Kaur, even though she batted for Yonks. It was only the winning runs from the new woman who came in and scored a 4 off the only ball she faced as a helicopter goes overhead, that took India to victory by 6 wickets with 7 balls to spare. Well done to India, but I fear it could be a Pyrrhic victory.
Could you take one step that way? Thank you.
Yeah.
Just going to centre ourselves on the camera.
What was that all about, by the way? What was the helicopter all about?
We've had a lot of stimulation here. We've had a car drive past dangerously quickly. Then we've had a helicopter fly over, admittedly a safe distance away.
Yes.
It's in the sky.
It might have been an Uber helicopter. You can get Uber helicopter in Dubai.
Should we get one?
Have you seen
Amazing.
that?
No.
Yeah, there's a helipad near our hotel.
Amazing. Scores on the doors. So, Pakistan women, I don't know why I've said that, I've just read what I've seen on the screen. Pakistan, 105 for 8 of 20 overs. I just read all the words that's in front of me. And then India, 108.
ESPN Cricket Info.
ESPN Cricket Info. 108 for 4 with 7 balls to spare. As you say, again, it's weird because India bowled well. Pakistan just didn't quite have the firepower in their batting lineup to get away. We do really see kind of the expanse of the outfield coming to play once again. There was a couple of balls that beat the wicketkeeper Risha Ghosh, but they didn't go away for 4, for instance. So we still will get these totals which are below 120.
Did you think it was? I thought it was worse actually than it was 2 days ago,
Did
where
you?
the outfield was a bit quicker. And today, some of them really slowed up. I don't know what's going on there.
It's so you can just see it's thick the way the ball kind of trudges and crawls along the field.
It's like a sort of afro haircut. When you go out onto it and you run your fingers through it.
Been out in Dubai as well now.
No, but but it looks like it, doesn't it? It has a sort of spongy texture.
And anyway, India bowled very well. Sri Lanka is a beautiful off-spinner. They dropped 2 terrible catches, but they kind of just got away with it and we go out to the other side. I think the story of today is in India's batting innings because, as you're saying, the whole point of today is India didn't only suffer a shock loss, they suffered a shock thrashing. And then after Shefali Verma and Smriti Mandana got going, well, scores on the doors again. Verma, 32 off 35. Mandana, 7 off 16. Ooh. After 11.5 overs, India was 61 for 1. And you're kind of like, get there, score some runs, make it happen quickly.
Well, that's it. Once they were 1 down at the halfway stage, they were going to win the game. They got plenty of batting. Someone has got to try at that point to get going. Now, I thought Jemima Rodriguez did. I know she didn't hit any 4s. She's not the most powerful.
But she's that runner ball, basically.
And they're very big boundaries. But what she did was show a great deal of invention and imagination. She was moving across a crease, she was using the crease well, she was finding pockets, and she was running 2s. At the other end, Shefali was going, 2? You're having a laugh? A laugh? So poor old Jemima is doing everything she possibly can to inject some life into it. Shefali, in fairness, is the only one who's actually hit any boundaries, but she's hit 3 4s in an innings that struck at under 100. So,
yes.
I mean, the conditions are difficult. They must be difficult. But Pakistan batted really not very well at all. They've got the completely wrong batting order. It's almost like they've reversed the batting order.
It's really strange.
They've got someone called Amema Sahel, who is really a bowler, who's got number 11 written on the back of her shirt, and she should be at number 11. She's also at number 11 in the little team sheets that we get. She comes in at 4. They've got a captain, Fatima Sana, who is magnificent. Gun, wax 4s. She hit 2 4s in consecutive balls where no one else could get it off the square. She's coming in at number 7. The number 9 came out and hit a 2 and a 4 off the 2 balls that she faced. The number 8, Aruba.
Number 10.
Or number 10, I beg your pardon. Aruba at 9 was great. They've got the batting order the wrong way round. It's absolutely insane. I was losing my nut at how bewilderingly wrong both sides got it throughout.
I don't know if this applies as strictly to Pakistan as it does potentially with England, but because of how slow the wickets here's fine, but because of how big the outfield is and because of how slow the outfield is, whether teams might get a bit club crickety and get a bit ugly and send up pinch hitters basically and go like, who are the people like Sophie Eccleston yesterday for England who can come out and just muscle it? I do wonder. I'm intrigued to see if that's going to be a trend of the competition.
Well, was that the idea with Amema?
No, because she's not muscling it.
Nah.
I think that's like the opposite. That's like
well,
the
why
kind
not
of
Fatima? I mean,
But
Fatima, by the way, was out to the moment of the day. That was an
yes, I was going
incredible
to tee you up
catch.
for that. But
Oh, were you? Okay.
Yeah, you got it now.
Well, yeah. I mean, that was the most exciting part of the day. Was when there were two actually, and they both involved Fatima. The second one we'll come on to later. But when she came out to bat, she had a 2-2-4s, and we suddenly thought, oh my, Pakistan might make it to 120, which we're starting to realise is the magic number. If you get to 120, then we've really got a game on our hands. Well, actually, it might just be a little bit too much. But she then went for another one, got toe end to the bat, toe endy edgy, and it went really, deviated really quite a long way. And what a grab from Risha Ghosh. I mean, that was a brilliant piece of cricket from the keeper. Absolutely superb. And that was when you were kind of off your seat. But you were also going, why haven't we seen this before? What's going on? You know, so baffling. All the while, Big Nids was keeping it going at the other end. So, you know, everyone was happy.
One thing I just want to touch upon is we're kind of criticising India here, going, why haven't they...
Even though they've won.
Why haven't they put the foot down? Why haven't they won in 16 overs? When we're also saying out the other side of our mouth, 120's par, it's hard to get more than 120. And that's roughly where they would have been if they'd batted through their overs. Is it a case for India today where it's just like, just win, get yourself on the board, and then worry about the rest later?
That's how they played it. So that's exactly what they were thinking. And I suppose they're saying to themselves, well, we'll just have to beat, you know, once we lost to New Zealand, we have to beat Australia, we have to beat Pakistan, and we have to beat Sri Lanka. And they could very well do that. But the problem for them is that even if they do that, even if they beat Australia, you can't see them thrashing them. You could see them getting a bit of a net run rate boost against Sri Lanka, maybe, but they're still relying on New Zealand to lose either two games, so to Pakistan or Sri Lanka, or to lose really, really heavily against Australia, which has happened in the past. But you're not giving yourself the best chance. You know what I mean? You're not giving yourself the best chance.
Correct. And there was a strange part at the end of the game where the match is finished, but like Pakistan are bowling for dot balls, so they lose with 8 balls to go rather than 10, and you're like, this actually matters. This actually matters in the context of this group.
Well, the most farcical thing was the very end. You saw the very, very end when they ran the 2, which they needed to win off the last ball, but actually the umpires checked, and you're thinking, why are you bothering to check? Well, you check because there's the difference between it going for 4 and going for 2. It turned out eventually it was given 4 because I think the fielder had a bit of, you know, foot and hand and sponge all at the same time. Cushion action, exactly. That means that India get to score 108 rather than 106, which in the grander scheme of things could yet be really, really important.
It's such an exciting sport we follow.
I know.
It's amazing.
Right, I was thrilled.
Someone who is exciting and who has been box office this competition is Fatima Sana. We're going to finish this review of today's game with a little nod to the two captains. One through great activity, the other through great inactivity. We're going to start with Fatima Sana with the bat. Although I know this sounds insane, she got 13 off 8, but it was like, here we go. Yeah. Here we go. And then her innings came to an end with that amazing catch from Risha Ghosh.
She's got power, hasn't she, as well? I mean, that's the thing.
Bat higher up the order. Hey, why
5 maybe, or even 4?
Mate,
or 3?
I don't unnecessary to swear. I don't want to lose ad revenue. Genuinely, just go in the power play. Yes. Have a hit. It's just slow. There's no fielders on the boundary. There's only 2 of them. So that's my very simplistic tactical analysis. But with the ball, it was just fun. So you go. India cruising, they're 80 for 2. They're going to win. 5 overs to go. 26 to win, left to go, like 5 and over. Game over. Then 2 and 2. This is, if you're wondering basically 80-85% of the crowd here today, India fans. It was a very, very good atmosphere. It wasn't completely packed out. It's a shame that this game has been played in the afternoon game, because if it was an evening game, it would have been a sellout, in my opinion. They've removed all the hoardings from the top tier that were there for the opening match, whereas India versus New Zealand. And it was a proper event. It was very exciting.
3/4 full, I'd say, wasn't it? But I mean, it was really rocking. It was brilliant noise, brilliant atmosphere.
But at this moment where you had the away fans scoring their goals, 2 and 2 for Pakistan, Fatima Sana, and then she also got oh my God, Deepti Sharma giving out LBW at the end.
Oh yeah, yes, yeah.
And then it was overturned, and she's just providing moments in this World Cup, which is very exciting. And then to finish, Harmanpreet Kaur. You know, we're not going to analyse it. We're just going to acknowledge it. She had to retire her at the end. She's twinged her neck.
In such a weird way.
She's reached for a ball. She's left her crease. The stumping's been missed. Very difficult chance, like yorking the kind of keeper and everything, nasty, dirty. And then as she stretches back with her toe, she's managed to twinge her neck, and it was the penultimate ball of the match as it turned out, and she's gone off retired her. I assume she's not going to die and going to like be out of the competition.
She looked really wincy though, didn't she?
It looked
really
like
she was
uncomfortable.
trying to keep her neck completely still, and it's a reminder, folks, for everybody out there, that the sciatic nerve, it runs all the way down here, all the way up the back of Cameron's thigh, all the way up to here. You see,
incredibly exciting.
Up to there, you see. So when you stretch the leg, you can stretch the neck too.
I once cut off a nerve in my foot by having a shoe too tight, and it then got told, so I couldn't feel 3 or 4 of my toes, and it told me that it actually grows back from like your hip and goes all the way back down. There we go. Right.
There you go.
Hey, new instructions. Here we go. Hang on. It's time for a break. And then when we're back, you'll hear one of Daniel's wonderful ad reads. And if you're on YouTube, you're going to see him read it right now.
Brought to you by Ambassador Cruise Line, giving you the chance to cruise with cricket legends this December. I think we can all agree that airports suck. And it's almost worse when only going as far as the continent. So much hassle, so much fuss, endless queues, delays, screaming, 3 a.m. alarms. Well, there's none of that with Ambassador Cruise Line. With them, it's European travel for those who just can't bear another flight. And as part of the Cricket Legends cruise leaving on the 12th of December, your first port of call is the stunning city of Amsterdam. Upon arrival, you can take in Van Gogh's Starry Night, sunflowers, and his very own selfie without your feet ever leaving the ground. Then, why not pop next door to the Rijksmuseum for some Rembrandt and other masterpieces? Afterward, fortify yourself with a stroop waffle or two with the local delicacies, and with the local delicacies in one of the many canal-side cafes, not camel or even camel-side cafes.
Not camel-side,
canal-side cafes. The options are bountiful. This is, of course, not forgetting who your crewmates will be. Who, out of Agger's Blowers, Graham Gooch or Alex Tudor, will most likely cut their ear off to impress a woman? You'll be able to ask them directly.
Naturally.
All this at the ridiculously generous starting price of £559 per person. And that's before you get 10% off because you listen to us.
What's the code? Final word 10.
Well, it's a piece of cake. Just visit ambassadorcruiseline.com and pop in final word 10. That's it, at checkout, and you'll be sailing away beating the winter blues. Of course, that's all in the show notes. So go on then, go Dutch with Graham Gooch, the man with more runs than anyone in the history of the professional game. Ambassador Cruise Line, giving you the chance to cruise with cricket legends this December.
Beautiful as ever, Daniel. Right, time for some magic of editing. If you're watching on YouTube, this is the end of today's show. It's been brought to you by Ambassador Cruise Line. But if you're listening to us through your ears, we're now going to magic into the West Indies versus Scotland review. Right, on YouTube, goodbye. On Spotify or Apple, wherever you listen. 1 minute. Actually, 2 seconds. Anyway, YouTube, goodbye. See you tomorrow.
Pip.